So I guess it's kind of a story behind this flat tire that it's got, because it ended up, oh, how do you say, I guess it's been on there about 3 years. I've been through a lot of 2 wheels and tires on the left, which they wear out, I guess. These 4x12 wheels and tires, they used to have 8s on it, but I had one of them just totally destroy itself. But anyway, these are 4x12s. I put these on here back in 2016. Went to Burning Man. That was like a 500-mile trip. Went down to Southern California. It's about 1,000 miles all total. It's just 500 down and 500 back. Burning Man's about 500 miles. Round trip, I guess. Is it that far? I don't know. 12-hour drive. And you turn around and come back, so it's about 500 total. Let's see. And then I think I took another trip in yeah, those 2 places. And in 2017, I took a trip down to Oklahoma from Oregon, which is about 2,000 miles. And on the way back, I changed the one on the left twice. Not once, but twice. One of them bubbled up, and they were these journeys. It bubbled up, and it bubbled up, and it was going lump to lump to lump to lump on the thing. So luckily, when I pulled in for camping, I was like, oh, I better change that. Changed it. And then that was at Carlsbad. And then somewhere in Arizona, about 250 miles later, the other tire that was on that same wheel ended up throwing a tread, an 8-inch long strip of tread off into the air. And that seemed funny, but it threw it and messed up the plate, and ended up finding a garage that had one. I think there was yeah, he was able to change it out. No, I remember what it was. I picked up a spare tire, because I was like, oh man, I need to pick up a spare tire. So I was able to get a spare tire. I had another one on hand at a tire store. And I I just picked it up. Oh, hey, here's a tire in a tire store. Hey, I got the tire irons. I can change it out. Anyway, they're real difficult to change with tire irons. In fact, it's almost impossible. I think you can change out an 18-wheeler tire 10 times easier than what you can change out one of these, because they're so small and tight. Forget it. Anyway, you can get it off, but you can't get it on without one of those shooter cans. It's a can with a little hose on it and a big valve, and you get it on there without the pressed valve in the middle of it, and open up the air. It goes poof, expands onto the wheel and shut the air off. So anyway, I was able to get into a garage, and he changed out the tire that I bought at the tire store, because I knew I would need, hey, I need another spare. Picked up one after changing it the first time, and went by a tire store and picked it up, and then at the garage, he ended up changing it out for me. And so that was in 2017. I changed out that left one twice. I tried to keep it at like 60, 65 mile an hour. But it made it all the way home. And I'm not sure it isn't still on there, because that was in 2017. So, and then I ended up getting these two spares that was in the first video, or just a few minutes ago, that I pasted on the head of this video. It was, they yeah, those. So anyway, 2017 came back. Let's see. I took another short trip after that in 2017. I may have gone to Southern California. No, in 2017 I did not go. I came back through Southern California. And then in 2018, I went back down to Southern California, which is about, I think it's 1,000 miles all total. If it takes 2 days, I'm not sure it ain't 1,000 miles down there, because you gotta go down through Oregon, and then it's 2 full days. I'm not sure it ain't 1,000 miles down there, because it's all the way to Palm Springs. So yeah, I think it's 1,000 miles down and then 1,000 up. So it's another 2,000 miles. And then I went down there again this year. Went back down to Southern California, Palm Springs again this year, and then came back. And that's it. There's about 2,000-3,000. I don't know. This one over here on the right that's flat, it went through all that. It went through all that. The one on the left was changed out in 2017. It only has like I don't know, 3, 6, maybe 4, 5,000, 6,000 miles on it. But this one on the right, it's got a full 1,000, 4,000 miles for the one trip. 4,000, probably five, an extra 1,000 for each one to Burning Man, but it didn't go. It only went once there. So that's 4, 5. 2 times to Southern California, 6, 7, and then maybe another trip or 2, maybe 8,000 miles. Maybe 8,000 miles, and it's gone. I arrived here and it went flat. It started going flat just as soon as I arrived. But there it goes. It's kind of curvy, so it may have, like, the curves pushed it over its edge. So now the curves push it over its edge of usefulness. So now it's flat. At least I'm here for 5 days. I can change it out before I leave. But I think the tread is pretty much gone. I'm going to look for a nail, but I don't think I'm going to find one. I think it's just the tread gets worn out and it's done. Anyway, I got these other 2, and since the journey seems to last a while, okay, 7,000 or 8,000 miles, I'm going to put it on the right side, because that's the spare that I picked up. I'm not sure where I got it from. It may have been Buy Mart or Harbor Freight. I don't see a Harbor Freight sticker on it, so probably not there. But yeah, when it warms up, I'll change that out. I'll change that other tire out and then break it down and see what's wrong with this one. I bet it's just tread wore out. I'm guessing I can put a screwdriver through the tread real easily. Because it's 2-ply. It's got like a 2-ply main ply. And when the outer rubber ply gets loose or bald, when it starts to bald in a little bit, it'll get loose. And it'll actually work itself loose from the inner ply. There's like a nylon cord in between that's like holding air in the tire. And it'll actually work the outer one loose first, make a lumpy lump, and then or throw it, but it'll still be held in by that inner ply, and then it's toasted. You have to replace it then almost immediately. Otherwise, this happens. But I think I'll hook the Jeep up to it. I've had this trailer for since I've had the trailer since about 2011, I think. Or 2012. No, it was somewhere around 2012 is when I bought it. And I had 4 big totes, you know, the giant totes from Home Depot. Had 4 of those stacked on there. Oh, it was nice, you know, had those 4 totes. And they were strapped on with ratchet straps. They worked great. I went to Yellowstone with it. And then I had a little car too. It was a little Yaris, and I bought this hitch that's on the back of it, 50 Yaris, for Canada, but whatever. I put this little hitch on it, and then I put a bicycle on it, and got this trailer. And I wish I still had that Yaris, but I can put. It's hard to fit all my camping stuff in here. All of it in the Yaris, especially when you go and doing panning and you got cans and you got to carry your own water and stuff. It's things have gotten bad. You got to have your own water. It's like this Whitcomb Creek. They have one spigot working. Hey, the well ain't working, but we got the spigot, and there's this water, this trailer with water on it. This is your drinking water, but I'm pulling it out of the well, out of the one spigot that works. It's a little murky. It's the color of the lake, so I'm guessing it's clean, because it isn't like it's got like stuff growing in it. It's just stuff from the lake in it, so it's drinkable. But this isn't the only campground. There's like, you know, you turn the spigot on and it works. That means it got some gravity water somewhere from the tank. But that's it. If you don't bring, so anymore, you have to have your own water. I took a trip around Washington. Half the parks did not have any water. They either broke or it ain't running or something wrong with the well. Up the road here, about 20 miles, there's another park up there. The pump ain't working, no water. You got to bring your own. And that takes up a lot of room and a lot of weight too. So that's another problem with this trailer. You add water, it's overweight. And then you got to have room in the vehicle, which is why I ended up with the Jeep Cherokee, or a Grand Cherokee. An older one is because it's got more room than any other Cherokee that they made. And it's a 2004, and I'm going to hold on to it as long as I can because there's a lot of room in it. And there's more room in it than any of them. I think, yeah, there's more room in it than any of them. But anyway, that's where I'm at.